People want to know who is the fastest man.
The great ones thrive on that moment.
You always wanted to be the fastest on the block.
When the gun goes off, you forgot everything you learned. The only thing is going through your mind is run, run, run as fast as you can.
It's a very overwhelming feeling, being the fastest man in the entire world.
Faster than any other human being before him.
Ever since two devastating performances in the 2008 Olympics, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt has dominated the sport of track and field. He has destroyed the sprint events, smashing world records, and making the impossible look routine.
Usain Bolt has pretty much rewritten everything that we thought we knew about world-class sprinting. What he's shown us in terms of what is possible, I think, has revolutionized the sport.
It's almost as if everybody else before him didn't really exist.
He's by far the most naturally gifted athlete that I've ever seen.
Tall, powerful and graceful, the world's fastest man over both 100 and 200 meters wants only one more thing.
My main goal is to become a legend. And if I want to be a legend, I have to keep winning year after year. So that motivates me to keep going.
And while he keeps on winning, his impact on the sport is immeasurable.
It's been huge. I mean, words can't really describe it. What he's done, having the world record, setting him at the major events, which a lot of people can't do, it's extremely hard, you know, and then to come back and break another record in another event is something that people haven't done before.
He has become the man no one can catch.
I know what it takes to stay on top, and that's the aim. I told you guys I want to be a legend, and I can't be complacent if I want to be a legend, so I got to keep working hard and keep focused.
Few would argue, however, that Jamaica's #1 son has already achieved his ultimate goal, to become a legend. Ever since Arthur Wint took gold in the 400 metres at the 1948 Olympics, sprinting has become an integral part of Jamaica's national identity. Stars like Don Quarry and Merlene Ottey continue to put a tiny Caribbean island on the international sporting map.
From 1948, we always had good sprinters. Jamaica's always produced top people.
Jamaicans have been sprinting. Well, I've been running fast way before us younger ones. We have had a strong sprinting background for years now, and I don't know if it's the genes or, you know, maybe the food or what it is, but I know that we're very fast.
For an island of just 3 million people, Jamaica's dominance of the sprint events in recent years is unrivaled. Between 2008 and 2011, Jamaica produced 5 of the 7 fastest 100-metre runners in history.
I think the climate here is very great to train in. Plus you have some phenomenal coach. And the athletes on a whole, we've been competing from high school. So I think doing it for a while, you're going to get better at it.
Track and field is their #1 sport. Not soccer, not cricket. #1 is track and field.
When it comes to the world stage, track and field is really the only thing that we do have and always have had.
Jamaica's fastest man grew up a long way from the hustle and bustle of the nation's capital, Kingston. Over 100 miles away and deep in the Jamaican bush is the sleepy village of Sherwood Content in Trelawney, where Usain Bolt was born in 1986. From an early age, it was clear that Bolt possessed a special sprinting talent, initially in the 200 and 400 metres.
We realized it from the first day that we started training. His speed was remarkable, and from that point of time, we knew that he was a special athlete.
Anybody who saw him run young and looked at his body and knowing where he's from, Trelawney, Jamaica, that was a can't miss. It's a no-brainer.
Bolt immediately impressed in the Jamaican Boys and Girls National Championships, an annual event that sets the whole country alight. In front of 30,000 spectators, there is perhaps no greater test for school children anywhere in the world.
The Olympics or the World Championships was nothing compared to competing at the Boys' Championships. The stadium was full to capacity. You couldn't see a seat. And I think that was also a very good experience, competing at that level and, getting that experience from a young age.
2002, he won the 200 at the Boys and Girls Championship. And I'm telling you that Usain was running really fast.
Very lanky, tall, but fast. You just saw the raw, natural talent in this youngster and just knew that with some polishing, with some weight training, and as he got, more mature, that he was going to be really good.
The thing was, looking at his size, you thought that, no, this should not be. He should be a basketball player, and he could move.
As a youngster, he was a great sprinter in over the 200 meters and was very strong in the 400 as well, but he was very talented.
Bolt carried that form into the 200 meters in the 2002 World Junior Championships, staged in Jamaica, so the expectation could not have been greater.
The first time I saw him run was as a 15-year-old, winning the World Junior title in 2002 on home soil in Kingston. And I remember the frenzy that crowd went into. There he was, running and winning under a lot of pressure, because that Jamaican crowd had not showed up that night to come see him get second.
At the age of 15, Bolt was already the best young 200-meter runner in the world. 2 years later, he underlined his class at the Carifta Games in Bermuda.
That young man came off of the turn and began to shut it down about halfway through the main straightaway. So he ran about 150, and it was about a 60-degree Fahrenheit day. And he ran 19.93. It's still a world junior record, and as I said, when Christ comes back, it probably will be. There's no way you can watch a 17-year-old run 19.93 for 200 meters with that kind of ease and not know what's coming.
At just 17, Bolt headed to the 2004 Olympics as one of the favourites in the 200 metres. But there were concerns as to how this precocious young talent would handle his newfound adulation and the pressure of competing against senior athletes.
They said when I go out there and see the crowds, it's going to be different, so I was trying to get myself prepared, going out there, being on track and doing my best.
Problems with injury and the pressure overwhelmed him. Bolt was eliminated in his first round heat. Jamaica's great hope had learned there was still much work to be done before he could become the best.
Well, he found, as I found out, that the junior ranks and the senior ranks, big gap.
When you break through as a junior, you're going up against people you saw on TV. And then sometimes that really confuses your brain because you have to come as a competitor, not a fan.
I'm not really used to losing, but I think I'm preparing my mind to really get used to being beat by seniors. I'm not wishing to be beat by seniors, but I have to be prepared, so transition has been okay so far.
Bolt looked fitter and stronger in the 2005 World Championships, but still finished well behind the world's leading sprinters.
One of the things that makes him special is the experience that he had early on in his life. He was exposed to a lot of success, but he also had some hardship that forced him to look within himself and to make some adjustments.
But by 2007, Bolt was fully grown, injury-free, and winning races. He had matured and was now ready to test himself against the best. And that meant US athlete Tyson Gay in the World Championships.
I knew Usain from watching him in 04, when he was younger, watching him in 05, and we were kind of had a 200-meter rivalry since 06 in Jamaica and so forth. So yeah, I definitely knew who he was.
Gay proved too strong for Bolt in the final, but it was a first medal for the Jamaican in a major championship.
He's good, man. He's good. That's all I gotta say. He's good.